Okay, in the last class, we have discussed about the receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account, and balance sheet. And okay, for preparation of final accounts for trading concerns, we have to take into account the trial balance, and from trial balance, we have to prepare the manufacturing account, trading account, profit and loss account. And when we go for non trading concerns, we have to prepare the receipts and payments account. And from receipts and payments account, you have to go for income and expenditure account. Okay. And this receipts and payments account is just similar to that of a cash book. Okay. When we are preparing cash book, we won't prepare them, we won't write the debit side and credit side, we'll write receipt side and payment side like that. Okay. Now, basing upon this receipts and payments account, okay, how the income and expenditure account is prepared. When we go for receipts and payments account, whatever it may be, the receipts that we come across, okay, we have to show them on the receipt side. Whether the receipts belongs to the current year or previous year or coming year, we have to show them on the receipt side. In the same way, whatever it may be the payments that we make, whether they may be of current year or previous year or coming year, whatever it may be, we have to show them on the payment side. Okay, like this, you will prepare the receipts and payments account, because receipts and payments account is completely a real account, and it resembles just the cash book. You will come across the opening and closing balances of cash and bank, okay, on the left hand side, that is on the receipt side, and you will come across the closing balance of cash and bank on the right hand side, that is payment side. And whenever you come across overdraft, they will appear on the credit side, that is the opening overdraft, whatever it may be, it will appear on the a credit side of receipts and payments account. If you come across any overdraft balance, it will appear on the receipt side of the receipts and payments account. So, like this, yesterday we learned about the receipts and payments account and income and expenditure account. And there is no particular format for preparation of this receipts and payments account and income and expenditure account. People, they will follow taking into account that all the receipts on the left hand side and all the payments on the right hand side for receipts and payments account. In the same way, when we go for income and expenditure account, income and expenditure account is completely a nominal account, is completely a nominal account. And here, when we go for the income and expenditure, all the incomes we have to show on the right hand side, and all the expenses we have to show on the left hand side. Okay, expenditure, income, like that. And when we go for this income and expenditure account, we have to take into account the capital items as well as revenue items. In receipts and payments account, both capital items and revenue items will appear. Okay, when we are going for income and expenditure account, only the revenue items only we have to take into account. What is this revenue items? Revenue receipts and revenue payments. And another thing is, we should not take into account the previous year or the coming year receipts, revenue receipts. In the same way, we should not take into account the previous year or coming year payments or expenditure. Only we have to consider is current year revenue receipts and current year revenue payments. These things only you have to show. And whatever it may be the income that is coming to you, you have to show that on the right hand side, and whatever it may be the expenditure that you are coming, you have to show that on the left hand side. Now this is thing. And another thing is, we have to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, we have to prepare the balance sheet. Before going for balance sheet, one thing you have to keep in mind is, in trading concerns, you will have the capital amount, that is excess of assets over liabilities is nothing but capital. In when we go for non-trading concerns, excess of assets over liabilities, we should not consider that as capital. We have to consider that as capital fund or balance fund. Okay, like this. And whatever it may be, the surplus that we come across, we have to add that to the capital fund. And whatever it may be, the deficit that we come across, we have to deduct that from the capital fund, and the net amount only you have to show that on the liability side. So this is about the thing that we learned yesterday in the last video class. Now what we are doing is we are going to study about the balance sheet. Okay, and this balance sheet is prepared in order to see the financial position of the non-profit organizations or non-trading concerns. Before that, on what grounds we have to prepare this income and expenditure account, we have to take into account. The following points should be noted. Opening and closing cash and bank balances should be excluded. Preparation of income and expenditure. First of all, we have to eliminate this. Okay, opening cash and bank balances, they should not be taken into account when we are preparing income and expenditure. Only revenue items of income and expenditure should be taken. Capital receipts and payment should not be taken into account. Next, items pertaining to current period only should be taken into account. Items relating to previous year or next year should be excluded. Okay, ma. Next, adjustment of outstanding and prepaid expenses, incomes, depreciation, loss or profit on sale of assets should be made. That is, they must be adjusted in income and expenditure account only. Okay, excess of credit over debits side is called surplus or income, excess of income over expenditure. Excess of debit side over credit side is called deficit or excess of expenditure over income. Okay, surplus or deficit should be transferred to capital fund in the balance sheet. This is the thing that we have to keep in our mind when we are preparing this income and expenditure account. Now we are going for the balance sheet. Okay, and everyone they know that this balance sheet is nothing but it is a statement showing the financial position of the organization. Okay, as in case of non-trading concerns, trial balance is generally not given. Balance sheet has to be prepared on the basis of previous year's balance sheet and other information given. Okay. So here, when we go for trading concerns, you'll come across trial balance, and trial balance is the indicator of a balance sheet. When trial balance agrees, automatically the balance sheet also will agree. People they are well aware of this. Here, in non-trading, the non-trading concerns are non-profit organizations. You won't come across any trial balance. So you have to prepare the balance sheet, current year balance sheet, basing upon previous year's balance sheet, and whatever it may be, the additional information that we are coming across, we have to take the help, and we have to do that. We have to prepare the balance sheet. Next, what are the points that are to be taken into account? Okay, assets given in the previous period balance sheet should be adjusted by taking into account the additions, okay, sales and depreciation during the year. When you come across these assets, whatever it may be, the assets that were shown in the previous year balance sheet, you have to take them and you have to make some adjustments. When you come across any additions, you have to add them. When you come across depreciation, you have to deduct them. And when you come across any sales, that thing also you have to take into account. So all these things you have to do. And what is the net quotient, what is the net result that we come across, we have to show in this year's balance sheet. Next, on the basis of receipts and payments account, new assets acquired and liabilities incurred have to be ascertained and included in the balance sheet. Okay, included in the balance sheet. That is, whatever it may be, the new assets that you purchased and whatever it may be, the liabilities that you paid off, okay, they must be taken into account in this balance sheet. Okay, Payment side will show the assets acquired, and receipts side will show the new liabilities such as loan taken from bank, etc. Previous year's liabilities repaid should be ascertained by seeing the payments side. So when you go for this payment side, will show you the assets acquired, whatever it may be, the new assets that you purchase, you'll come across on the payment side. And receipts, okay, new liabilities such as loan taken from, okay, receipt side, loan taken from bank, loan taken from some person, all these things they will come on the receipt side. Okay, previous year's liabilities, whatever it may be, the previous year's liabilities that you pay, okay, it should be shown on the payment side by seeing the payment side. Next, closing cash and bank balances are shown by receipts and payments account. You have to include them. You have to include them on the asset side. Okay, closing bank overdraft will appear on the liability side. Okay, whatever it may be, the closing bank overdraft, it will appear on the liability side. The same procedure, but thing is, some terminology only it will change. Next, special funds such as tournament fund, match fund, etc., will appear on the liability side. Liability side. From the fund amount, expenditure incurred towards the fund should be deducted, and the balance shown in outer column. When you come across the tournament fund or entertainment fund, okay, they will appear on the liability side. Okay, suppose when you come across any expenses for tournament expenses or for entertainment expenses, whatever it may be, you have to take them and you have to deduct them, and the net amount only you have to show them in the outer column on the liability side of the balance sheet. Outstanding and prepaid expenses income should be ascertained on the basis of information and included in the balance sheet. Okay, outstanding expenses, whatever it may be, you have to show that on the liability side, and prepaid expenses, whatever it may be, you have to show that on the asset side. Okay, outstanding expenses, you have to show that on the liability side. Prepaid expenses, you have to show that on the asset side. And whatever it may be, the incomes that you are going to get, outstanding income, that thing also you have to show that on the asset side. Okay, paid in advance. Okay, paid in advance, all those things you have to take and you have to do that. Okay, basing upon the problem given, basing upon the problem given and basing upon the information available, you have to do that. Okay, to the capital fund in the balance sheet of the previous year, surplus should be added and deficit, if any, deducted. If items such as life membership fees, okay, legacies, etc., are capitalized, then these should be added to the capital fund. Okay, I told you in the beginning that we'll come across some different terminology when we are going for non-profit organizations. So, life membership fees, legacy, all these things, they are nothing but the additional informations. Whenever they are set to be capitalized, you have to show that on the liability side by adding that to the capital fund. Okay, ma'am. Next, in some problems, capital fund at the beginning of the year is not given. It is to be ascertained by preparing opening balance sheet. All assets and liabilities at the beginning of the year are to be taken into account. The excess of assets over liabilities is to be taken as capital fund or balance fund. Okay, this is about this. Okay, sometimes in some problems they won't provide you the capital fund or balance fund, whatever it may be. Then what we have to do? We have to we have to prepare an opening balance sheet taking into account the opening assets and liabilities. And excess of assets over liabilities will be taken into account, and that will be the capital fund. Okay, and that amount we have to show that on the liability side of the balance sheet. So when capital fund or balance fund, when it is not provided, then only you have to prepare the opening balance sheet. Okay, suppose if they are given in the problem, means there is no necessity for you to go for that preparation of capital fund. So like this, you have to take into account the preparation of balance sheet. And what is the format and what is the things? Balance sheet. Okay, liability side amma, outstanding expenses, income received in advance, income received in advance. Okay, it's not outstanding income amma. Outstanding income will appear on the asset side of the balance sheet, and income received in advance will appear on the liability side of the balance sheet. Bank loan or overdraft, special fund, less expenses, specific donations, capital fund to this add, I mean, surplus, less deficit if any. These are the items that will come across on the liability side of the balance sheet. Now we are going to the asset side of the balance sheet. Cash in hand, that is closing cash in hand, closing cash at bank, investments, outstanding subscriptions, okay, interest receivable, rent receivable, prepaid expenses, stock of stamps and stationery, stock of sports material, that is closing stock amma, stock of sports material, library books when you purchase. I mean, what is the closing balance you have to take into account, and that library books value you have to show that on the asset side, because it is nothing but an asset to the in non-profit organizations. Okay, furniture and fixtures, land and buildings, club grounds and pavilions, all these things you will come across on the asset side of the balance sheet. And before going to this, you will come across some peculiar, terminology. Okay, life membership fees. What is this life membership fees? When you take into account the non-profit organizations, what are the examples of non-profit organizations? Clubs, hospitals, schools, colleges, all these things, okay, are the examples of non-profit organizations. When we go for a club, like, okay, Century Club, Secunderabad Club, okay, same like that, there are some clubs, you'll come across clubs. Okay, and these clubs, when we want to join, okay, they will ask you whether you are going to pay life membership fees or membership fees. If you pay life membership fees, automatically it will be an income to the club. Okay, it is paid only once by the members. Okay, by making a lump sum payment, he becomes member of the whole life. It is of non-recurring nature and should be added to capital fund. Okay, only one time only the life membership will be paid, and automatically when you are paying only one time, it will become a capital item, capital receipt. And that capital receipt, what it will happen, or what we have to do, we have to add to the capital fund. Legacy, this is also one different terminology that we come across. Legacy means it is nothing but the amount given by some persons, okay, to charities, clubs, like that, and they will pay that amount. Okay, they will pay that amount, and that amount also, it is a non-recurring item, and you have to take that into account also. Legacy, it is the amount received by non-trading concerns as per the will of a deceased person, as per the will of a deceased person. Okay, when any person, when he dies, and according to his will, whatever it may be, the amount that was received by the non-trading organizations, we have to call that thing as legacy. It appears on the debit side of receipts and payments account. It is of a non-recurring nature. Okay, hence cannot be. It is a non-recurring nature. Hence cannot be treated as an income. Okay, in the absence of any information to the contrary, it is to be capitalized. Suppose if he says that half of the legacy amount is to be capitalized, means the remaining one half you have to show that as a capital item, capital receipt, and the remaining item you have to show that as a income. Next, donations. Okay, this, there is lot of difference between donation and subscription amma. Okay, what is this donation? Okay, once in a blue moon, once in a while, whatever it may be, the amounts that were collected from the people or from the public by the organization, non-profit organizations, or if anyone gives, okay, we'll call them as donations. Donations are the amounts given by the public to the non-profit organizations, okay, and it arises, we don't know when they will arise. For example, Ganesh chanda, chanda is nothing but a donation. So whenever you come across Ganesh Chaturthi or Ganesh Ganapati Puja, then only we'll give some amounts. Okay, the public, they'll give some amounts to that puja and other functions. So that thing, we'll call that thing as donation. And that donation, you have to give, you have to specify that, because donations are of two types: general donations and specific donations. General donations, they won't specify anything, they don't specify anything. Casually they will give that amount to the committee or the trust or to the club, whatever it may be. So that amount, we'll call that thing as general donations. Specific donations, okay, specifically they will mention that we are giving this much amount and you have to spend for this purpose. Like that, they will specify that, and we'll call that thing as specific donations. So donations are the amounts given by the public to the non-profit organizations, okay, non-profit organizations. And when they won't specify any purpose, when they won't specify any purpose, okay, we have to take that as general donation. When they specify a particular purpose and you have to spend that amount for that specific purpose, okay, that type of donations, we will call that thing as specific donations. Donations is the amount received as a gift from the from some persons. Donations may be specific donation or general donation. When donation is given for a specific purpose, such as construction of building, it is called specific donation. It should be capitalized. That is, you have to show that on the liability side, and you have to add that. That is shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. When the donor does not specify any specific condition for the use of the amount of donation, it is called general donation. It is, if the general donation is of small amount, it is to be taken as an income, and if the donation is of large amount, it should be taken as a non-recurring item, non-recurring nature, and it should be capitalized. This is the thing that we come across. And in the same way, entrance fees. When you want to enter into any hospital or any club or any other things, okay, you have to pay the entrance fees. That is compulsory, and that entrance fees you must take into account. And okay, according to the given conditions, you have to treat this. Suppose if the entrance fees, if it is to be capitalized, then you have to show that on the liability side of the balance sheet. If you add that to capital fund, okay, fine. Otherwise, you can show separately. Okay, that thing, they must be specified. That is, entrance fees must be capitalized. When you come across, you have to show that on the liability side of the balance sheet. Suppose if nothing was specified and the entrance amount is given to you, that's all. And if that amount is of small amount, then you can treat that as an income, and you have to show that on the income side of the income and expenditure account. When the amount is big, okay, when the amount is big, and when the condition was specified that it should be capitalized, yeah, then only you have to show that on the liability side of the balance sheet. This is how you will come across when we go. Okay, and tomorrow we are going to continue again this thing.